Hey everyone, welcome to the studio. This is my first ever studio vlog update that I'm doing for YouTube, and the reason that I'm doing that is because, as some of you know, I recently got my work, some of my artwork onto t-shirts, sweaters, phone cases, stickers, you name it, on Teespring.com, and I've been pushing that on Facebook and other places. And a friend of mine said, oh, you should get on YouTube, you'll be able to put a link to the place where you're selling your t-shirts and stuff, and you'll get more exposure. So I was like, oh yeah, nice one. So I went on YouTube. Turns out in order to do that, you have to have 1,000 YouTube subscribers, if you can believe that. So I looked up how long that takes. People say it takes approximately 2 years. So I was like, well, it's the beginning of a new year and I'm setting some goals, so I thought I'd share those with you. One of them is going to be to work towards 1,000 YouTube followers. I'm going to make that a 2-year goal because it says 22 months is the average, and I'm going to attempt to put up a video a week to update you on what I'm working on. Goal number 2 is to spend at least 30 minutes a day either drawing or painting, and to keep working on my sketchbooks. So I have a series of sketchbooks which I'll begin sharing with you and going through, so you can see some of my idea processes and how they work. So that's goal number 2. Goal number 3 is to produce at least 30 canvases this year. I had a very slow year last year. Partly that was COVID, partly that was me just being stuck in a bit of a rut, and so I'm putting some goals in place so I can try and stay motivated. So that's my thing. I cannot tell you how nervous I am talking to a camera in my studio right now. It feels so weird, but what the last year has told me is that I'm going to have to embrace technology a little bit more fully if I want to continue to spread the word about my art and sell some more pieces. So the third goal is, to produce at least 30 canvases. The best year I ever had in terms of production was 2017, and I made 26 canvases that year. So last year I only finished 9 that I actually added to my portfolio. I did a lot of sketching, I filled a lot of sketchbooks, I did a lot of stuff at home. Goal number 4, sorry, it popped into my head, so I've got to roll with it. Goal number 4 is to finish the paintings and sketches or pieces that I've sort of been procrastinating on. I would say I've probably got about a dozen paintings which are unfinished, which is a bit slack really. So I need to get on that. I've got one of those as a commission, which I've had since May. Michelle, I'm so sorry, you are like the most patient friend ever. So I'm going to be working on that actually today. And each day, to keep myself on target, I'm going to post a picture of whatever it is that I've spent time doodling on, whether it be like finishing a painting down here, or if it is just a simple drawing at home. I also do a fair bit of sketching when I'm out and about, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to take you with me for some of that. So that's number 4, and number 5 is to actually keep up to date with the leads and follow up with people who have asked me questions about paintings or who've said they're going to get a dog portrait done, and I've just failed to follow up. So these are the 5 goals that I'm going with for this year. I have like a million other things that I want to do, but I'm trying to focus a little bit so that I don't just get overwhelmed and do nothing. The overarching goal, of course, is to work sort of independently as an artist and have some money coming in as a result of making my art. I was really very fortunate last year. Anybody who's got my newsletter, you'll know that I lost a grant for my first big solo show, which was going to feature a bunch of work from the Camino de Santiago, and I'm working on trying to get that back on track this year. And I'll have an artist talk with Kickstart coming up about that in March, so stay tuned for more details. You'll be able to attend that. I'd like to have my art be my main source of income if I could, so that's what I'm going to work towards this year. As you know, I do have another job which takes about 30 hours a week, so I'm going to have to figure out my priorities, and hopefully I'll keep this vlog and keep you posted on how that's going. For today, I thought what I could do is I could give you a quick look at the studio, which you can see probably from just what's behind me is an absolute mess, but I'll turn the camera around. So if you can do that. No, turns out you can't. That's okay. So the studio is an absolute tip right now. If I turn around, you'll see some of the pieces which are on the walls. These are pieces which are obviously still for sale, and that I'm working on. That rooster there was inspired by my time on the Camino de Santiago, and that will be in the talk that I do, and I'll say more about that. I've got some older bits and pieces up there. That's the shark in the corner. I've got my goose, and screeched in you're going to be seeing more of my watercolour pen and wash works, and we've got portraits and various bits and pieces there. And if I just walk out and step through the door and just go under the flex, it's keeping the computer going at the moment, I can show you what we've got on the gallery wall just outside. Definitely need to be selling more work because it's starting to build up. So you can see just outside the studio here, we've got lots of different pieces. I think they'll probably appear back to front for you, but you get the general idea. So I've got lots of animals, which I'm going to try and focus on a bit more this year. I will incorporate some still life, but I do like the animal paintings. So a bunch of the animals, you can see some of the more classic like style dog portraits that I'm doing here, which is multiple stencils, and that's based on a photograph of a Frenchie that a friend supplied me with. What else we got? We've got the giraffe over here, and Slurpee the horse on the end, who was a horse that I met on Todd Mountain many years ago when Tara and I were first together. So that's a selection of what's up on the walls at the moment. Like I said, I will give you an update on sketchbooks as we move through, and hopefully also on what's happening online. So do me a favour, if you're interested in following along with this, hit subscribe, give this video a like, and share it on social media if you get the chance. No pressure. I hope you will enjoy what I'm putting out there, and I'll try to keep it interesting. But just to say for now, it's a new year, and every year should be celebrated, even the ones that are tough going. So here's to it being a good one. Bye for now.